What's up, YouTube? This is Amit Kukreja, the only tax guy you need to know. I'm with Kukreja Tax and Accounting, and I get this question all the time. Should you lease or should you buy your vehicle? Now, as you saw in the thumbnail, you can see my vehicle and you can probably tell that it's very expensive. However, when you take apart all the deductions that you are allowed, it's really not that expensive. And so I was asked to come onto a show as a guest speaker where I was asked this very question. And so if you could just go ahead and pay attention, you're going to like what you hear. And please do not forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.
And then the next question, this is about automobiles, it looks like. So when using a vehicle for work, is it better to purchase outright or lease a vehicle? And what is a good method for tracking mileage? And is it all deductible? What about repairs and maintenance? You did already touch on that app that you mentioned. And I use it too. So I can't believe I'm blanking on it. To track your mile IQ. Yes. Yep. Yeah. So that is a good app for that. But
that's a great question. So it really depends on your situation. If you are a business owner, and also when you buy your car too, by the way. So like if you're buying it in the earlier part of the year, if you're leasing your vehicle and you're using that as a mechanism to reduce your revenue, to reduce your taxable income, so to speak, then it's great to lease, because everything from the down payment of your lease to what your lease amount is, the gas, property tax, insurance payments, and more. I mean, anything like car washes, you name it, have all now become deductible. Now, if you own a vehicle, like let's just say you're at the end of the year, like if we could find, and if it was like, before 2021 and you're at the last week of December, I would say it may be wiser to maybe purchase a vehicle, because then you could depreciate it. And the depreciation alone, the bonus depreciation for buying a new vehicle is $18,100. So that amount would be taken away from your revenue. So really depends on depends on your situation. I think leasing is a great option, but you got to make sure you plan it correctly. So make sure that you go in earlier in the year and keep track of all your records.
You mentioned taking the depreciation on a vehicle purchased toward the end of the year. Can you do that on a yearly basis?
So it would be, that's a great question. So it would be maker's depreciation. The biggest is going to be done initially. So you're going to get the $18,100, but essentially the depreciation will amount to the cost of the vehicle. So each year you're going to get a deduction amount. It's just going to be lower each year. And, I'm glad you brought up that question. And that is where I'd say the benefit of a lease versus owning is. So you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck for owning a vehicle or buying a vehicle in the first year. However, with a lease, it's like a constant same amount deduction that's very high. So you can probably be at that $18,000, range, but it's every year. Whereas for a person who just bought a car, that first year is your best year.